Yes. I'm sorry for the delay. Almost 35 minutes at this point. What's the name? Having a bad connection over here. Was moving some things around this weekend, and things are just not working out the way they're supposed to. Um, so good morning to you guys. Number one, we back. Today's another weekend of talking shit. We got hopefully we had Mr. Savage up in the comments. Hit the like, share button, and all of that. So I just got a little, I don't know, have a little rant. Obviously, you see what hat I'm wearing. So you see what hat I'm wearing. I would like to know anybody's thoughts. I know anybody watching right now. I came on late. Probably ain't gonna watch. It's football Sunday. A lot of good games on today. A lot of good games on. Let me see. Let me tell you the slate. Let me give you the slate because I didn't even get into it like that. But I know the Jags and the 49ers I'm interested in. We all know I'm a Giants fan. I'm gonna watch it, but I really don't want to. Honestly, what they did to us in the first game when everybody was healthy, what's gonna happen with the last game, with this game here, with Tommy DeVito under center? Yo, drunk, I appreciate you coming in. We was about to talk about that shit. Yo, dude, I don't know what happened. Yo, I don't know, but they might have a different bond. Like him and Caleb Williams could go hang out now. Like this is not okay, dog. That's not okay for him crying like that. But let me tell you, all right, number one, ever since this little scandal came out, alleged scandal, because Jim Harbaugh is getting suspended for some shit they didn't link him to. So who's the one who sent this guy out sign stealing? That's just number one. If he had any knowledge, which they claim he had zero knowledge, there's no reason for him to be suspended. We all of a sudden go from 2 to 3 in the rankings. How? We haven't lost. People have barely scored on us. I think Penn State put up the best fight last night, and they had 15 points. Ohio State struggled. Rutgers should have beat Ohio State. If it wasn't for that stupid play they ran, it might have not been stupid because they was whooping their ass. Ohio State couldn't score. Rutgers was controlling the clock, running on them, defending at will. Indeed, drunk. Indeed. He should not be suspended. He took his 4-game suspension earlier for some bullshit, for recruiting violations. When there's 7 Caleb Williams getting those fucking big ass deals, Shador, everybody getting big ass deals. But all of a sudden, we can't recruit this way now, but you're allowed to get millions of dollars as a college player. So there's violations, there's rules now. So the boosters that weren't allowed to do shit are now allowed to do stuff. They're allowed to pay these kids. I mean, everything is just so, the lines are blurry like the motherfucking rules in the goddamn game. It's just horrible. Horrible. So my coach should not have been suspended. And number 2, my dude should have not been crying, dog. He should have not been crying. If anything, I don't know if that was because he won the game against Penn State. They didn't think he was going to win without him on the sidelines. and he did the job he did. And he was like, yo, I got your back type shit. So he was just happy that he won the game coaching. And his emotions were flowing because of the game. And he just started crying. So I don't know. But that wasn't a great move. It wasn't a great look. That's 2 weeks in a row we got people crying for whatever reason. Just unacceptable behavior. But if you've seen the picture, I would love to have put up. I was just running all kinds of fuckery today. But we got a dog on our squad, and his name is Blake Corum. And I'd love to see him on the Giants, of course. I don't know what to say. I kind of get it. Hold on, I'm drunk. I'm having all kinds of issues today. Yeah, it was extra. It was super extra. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like, why you got to do us like that? Like, it had no reason. It was no reason, bro. There's no reason. But it happened. We won the game. We didn't lose. So I'm gonna defend him on tears of joy. So, you know, his emotions came flowing out in a real happy moment. But I'm baffled about the scandal. It's kind of, if it was somebody else, I would be probably clowning them right now or talking some kind of shit about them. But I will understand, because this all happened with the Patriots, right? I remember back in the day in the NFL. And it's been going on. Coaches and players have admitted I like Edwards too. He said Blake Corum's running back first. Yo, listen, he's a dog. He is a dog, bro. I haven't seen too many. Like there's a few, but like at his size and the way he runs the ball, like as hard as he runs, he's tough. He's tough. And I like Edwards too. If they rescind that extension, I could see him going to the NFL. The Chicago Bears are desperately in need. The New York Giants might be in need as well of a coach. You know, an NFL coach again. Harbaugh definitely has the makeup of a good NFL coach at the end of the day. At the end of the day, he does. He's coached on both levels. He succeeded at both levels. I ain't saying he won championships, but he's done a very good job. Better than most. So we can kind of I'm just playing around with this shit right now too. Drunk, don't even worry about me. My shit been fucked up all day. But waiting for Unapologetic to get his ass home so he could come up and act a fool. But gosh, bro, am I out on the ball? On Dable? Dude. Unapologetic's gonna tell you he don't want to go through coaches every other year. But I am way out. And I'm not, and this is my reason. Coach of the year last year. Worst coach of the year this year. My problem is the players didn't let you down. You let the players down. This was the coaching job, a bad coaching job. This wasn't the players fucking up, and it wasn't a way, but it was way less on them this year than it was on the coaches. Way less. Yeah, Dable is the problem. Dable is the problem. Kafka's the problem. Special teams coach should be fired. Our punter is trash. Dude, how is your punter trash. I don't remember the last time this dude kicked the ball inside the 15-yard line. Everybody's getting 28, 29, 39, 45 starting field position. Nobody's starting back at the 7, the 8. Now they both the problem, Drunk. They both the problem. Because we just watched CJ Stroud look like, and I'm going to watch him against the Bengals today. Him and Burrow. Dude, we just watched what CJ Stroud did with 46 seconds left. He ain't even coming in flinch and one timeout. He ain't even coming in flinch. And the way he played that game. And the way he's been playing this season. You're talking about a rookie compared to somebody who's 5 years who looks like he never played a down in football. And then you got a coach who looked like who was coach of the year, and now he looks like this is his first game coaching, first year coaching. So I'm out on him on a simple fact, like, you got your ass kicked the first game, right? That second game against Arizona was, who knows when he came back and did what he did. Now they did what they did that game. After that, it's been horrible. It's been horrible. Like, I forgot even the other game that we won. That's how bad they've been. And I don't even remember the other game we won. And I watch every week. I root every week and hope for a turnaround. There's not even a turnaround. Like, he's not using our guys to their potential. You had a Darren Waller out there. He's out on a simple strength now. He's like, my hamstring hurts now, but it wasn't a problem all year. He's out on a simple fact. They suck. Evan Neal sucks because he's not a fucking tackle. He's a goddamn guard. So you have people in the wrong places. That's number one. You go and get Paris Campbell and you keep Shepard. Why? You let DeAndre Hopkins walk out the building. But why are you keeping a Shepard around? Yeah, exactly. Forgot we've had Darren Waller, like top 3, top 5 fucking tight end in the whole league on any other team. On any other team. And then you put them on this trash. So you get these guys mixed with Saquon Barkley. You got the steal for him. You got the squad back, but you let go of key players. You let go of Love. But you kept you kept Shepard. You kept Slayton. You picked up a Paris Campbell. But there was other people out there to get. Just look at all the deals. Look at what the 49ers have done. We're getting McCaffrey. We're getting Randy Gregory. Then they just added fucking Chase Young. How the Eagles pull off the A.J. Brown deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they able to do this when their teams are already stacked and they just keep getting better? But we can't make simple decisions at what? Who told you DeAndre Hopkins wasn't a good wide receiver to put your money in? Yo, I'm telling you, bro. There's no way he should be on there. No way. Shepard been hurt every year, son. Not a good. It's just. It doesn't say he's not a good wide receiver. He's injury prone. You got to let these people go. They're not helping us. Wan'Dale Robinson, all day. What up, Savage? What up, Savage? Yes, we made it on, bro. We made it on. This fucking Wi-Fi was going insane, dog. I don't know if it's all the shit I keep switching in and out and all of that, but going crazy. But there's no way, Doug, that these Giants should be that bad. They shouldn't be this bad. I'm telling you right now, they should not be. And it's a coaching job for you to be this bad. The simple fact, all right, that Tyrod Taylor could come in and start airing the ball out. But Daniel Jones didn't air the ball out all year, like whenever he played, before he got hurt. But you let Tyrod Taylor come in and do it, that means you don't trust your quarterback to throw the ball. Just don't trust your quarterback. Watch Tyrod Taylor air it out on a 3rd and 4. Remember the game we lost to the Bills when Tyrod Taylor changed the play on the goal line basically to a run with no timeouts, which was stupid. He was able to change the plays. That's why you see Daniel Jones changing plays like that. Yeah, but we got fresh talent too. Wan'Dale Robinson, Hyatt. Like, come on, dude. Darren Waller's, Saquon Barkley's not washed. Like, you put those guys together right there. Our other tight end, Bellinger, he did not drop anything last year. Why is he still not part of the rotation like that? They went away from the whole game plan from last year. And then I don't understand what happened. Like, go back to the basics. If you watch the Philadelphia Eagles, you're watching basics. And if you watch a lot of other teams, yeah, they might throw these little wrinkles and shit in there. But it's still basic football when you actually watch it. The only team that really gets crazy is the Kansas City Chiefs. Dable he's not handicapped by nothing. You want to know why? Because they didn't have to sign him. This is all y'all doing. This is Dable, Shane, or Shane, whatever you want to call him. This is all his problem. There's no absolutely zero reason that we should be this bad after getting a playoff win. Do we not see that? Like, let's just really wrap our heads around this shit. Wrap your heads around last year's success. I just call it lightning in a bottle. This is why I was mad. Yes, it was. And you want to know what? I hung my hat on this. I hung my hat on this situation, Drum. This is the situation I hung my hat on. That whatever was happening in that system last year is what propelled Daniel Jones to play that good, was the system. Like, he was comfortable. So I was hoping they'd bring back the same kind of system to keep him comfortable. And he'd just be a system player. Because if you put him anywhere else, he's trash. Put Daniel Jones anywhere else, just forget about it. So hopefully in the Giant system under Dable, he was going to be a good quarterback. For us. He was going to be manageable. He was going to be formidable. He can run. He's tough. And all he has to do is make the simple throws and give the ball to Barkley. And now that you have Darren Waller, that's a threat. So you get a lot of one-on-one matchups now. That leaves Jalen Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? And this is true. It's because we don't have the same I don't know if Andrew Thomas being in and out of the lineup was bad. Azeez Ojulari not being in the lineup all year on defense is bad. Dexter Lawrence at the beginning really wasn't getting off him and Leonard Williams. Now that we don't have Leonard Williams anymore, it wasn't right for some reason. And that's why I say you got to blame the coach, because it seemed like we didn't come in with the mentality that they can maintain what they did last year. And in my previous comments of first this year, I said we should win the shit by default. We should get in the playoffs by default. Look at the fucking NFC. This ain't the AFC. Your best teams outside of the 49ers, the Cowboys, Philly, is Detroit, the Seahawks, and the Saints. Let's think about that. Think about it. Outside of Philly, Dallas, and San Francisco, your other best teams are Detroit, the Saints, and the Seahawks. Why ain't the Giants in the seventh spot? Why couldn't they be in the seventh spot with those teams in front of them? When you beat a full-on Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins squad last year with all they had. And should have beat them twice. Remember, because we played them in the regular season. That's how I knew we could win. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So whose fault is that? It ain't the players, because apparently we upgraded, right? Apparently we upgraded. With Darren Waller, with Paris Campbell, Wan'Dale Robinson coming back. So we're supposed to be better. Picking up Evan Neal, supposed to be better. Solidifying the line. I ain't gonna lie, I like our center. I like our center that we got from Minnesota. I think he came from. But everybody else is just trash. And then we have to say, oh, they keep going through offensive linemen, offensive. How many teams have gone through offensive linemen this year? People come in and they just do their job. Like, just go back to the Patriots way. Just do your job. You're on the roster for a reason. And if you're just not better than that other individual, but you can be, that's why you're there. Because if he gets hurt, you're supposed to be able to go in and do 90% of what he can do. Hold on, unapologetic. I gotta try to get you out of here from this real quick. Hold on. I'm about to send you an invite. What up, Sammy? Hold on, people. My bad. Trying to get unapologetic up in here. You good, bro? Yeah, he said Giants are done for about 10 years. I don't know. And listen, it's because we keep going back and forth. We done been through about 3-4 coaches in the past 8 years. Our quarterback is, come on, man. You talk about 5 years. 5 years, and this kid still looks like his second game as a rookie. 5 years. I'm not even gonna lie. We didn't watch Bryce Young put together better drives than Daniel Jones, and Bryce Young don't look that good. All good, brother. All good. We be here. We be here, my G. And I'm baffled because my Giants are this fucking bad. Like this fucking bad. Like to the point I just want them to pick up mad Michigan players. Word, this is sick. Hey, the North Carolina Duke game went crazy yesterday, though. That game went crazy yesterday. And I was about to listen. I want to touch on something crazy. I just want to touch on something crazy. I don't know if anybody was watching the LSU Florida game. That targeting call where your boy got thrown out number 14. I forgot his name. Unacceptable. I don't get what's wrong with the rules these days. They said if you're trying to tackle somebody with your shoulder down, the running back's trying to run you over, but you hit him with your helmet in the shoulder pad. We talking targeting and launching? Launching and targeting. So you getting thrown out for that? I was irate. I was irate when I seen that. I just don't understand I don't understand what's going on. Everybody is so soft now. Draymond Tech, the Giannis ejection. This shit is just horribly soft. This shit is bad. I don't know if it's personal. I don't know if the refs are taking this shit personal. I don't know if they just really don't understand the letter of the law and that it's written. But I can tell you right now, listen, all of it is bad. All of it is bad, Sammy. Like every last one. Because the landing on the quarterback. Yeah, you're going to move your body weight. So 300 pounds, 280, 290, coming at you full speed, hits the quarterback, and he's supposed to contort his body to not put his full body weight on you. You ever try to stop something 300 pounds coming downhill? I just want to know if anybody, I mean, I've been in a small situation on my job where I had to hold something back that was very heavy going downhill. A fucking barrel of fucking oil at that, which is close to 500 pounds. And if I didn't twist and turn it and somebody didn't come help me after they seen I was in trouble, I would have either got badly hurt or that fucking barrel was going in the goddamn water. There's no way you can stop it. So how do you expect a person that? All right, drunk. Now you just being disrespectful because that Jadeveon Clowney hit was one of the best hits in fucking college football history. But yes, he definitely would have. He definitely would have. What up, Anthony Taylor? How's everything? Appreciate you. But yeah, that he definitely would have been ejected for that. I actually was watching that game. That shit was crazy. I think that was Denard Robinson might have been the quarterback that year. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Denard Robinson's year. He was people don't forget how good Denard Robinson was in Michigan. They forget he was He was Michael Vickish in Michigan. He was Michael Vickish. I'm telling you, Denard Robinson was crazy. He actually went to Jacksonville to be a running back. But yeah, these Giants, man, I don't know what I don't really know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm done out there. Like, I'm done. Like, I've never ever been this depleted on a season of the Giants. I've never been this depleted. Like this just like out of it. I don't care. Like, I will have my hat on. Like, I'm just glad one of my big blues is doing something. I'm just glad one of my big blues. We still undefeated after, call it what y'all want, without scandal and all that, sign stealing, blah, 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 blah. I mean, and guess what? And this is what Unapologetic was saying, Drunk, that he thinks you can't just keep getting rid of coaches and every other year. And speaking of getting rid of coaches, the word on the street is Mr. Belichick is out. Mutual parting of the ways at the end of this season. So I don't know what y'all think about that. Is it time for Bill to go? I don't know. But I think I do know it's time for Bill to go. Tom Brady went and proved with a makeshift squad. Yeah, basically that whole it was me, not him deal. But Bill Belichick been a dog for years. I think it was just the ultimate team effort. Where you at, Unapologetic? I sent you the link. Did you get it? Mac Jones wasn't a good pickup either. Listen, look at Josh Dobbs, what Josh Dobbs is doing. Look at what Josh Dobbs is doing. He was playing good for Arizona regardless, despite their record. He brought them to fight. He brought them to fight every game. He came in and got Minnesota a win. You can't hear me. Why? What? You're not in the studio. Drunk, can you hear me? Savage, can you hear me? Am I speaking? Just let me know. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Because Unapologetic said he can't hear me. So I need to know what's going on. All right, they hear me. All right. You hear? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. He did pick a good situation. Thank you, Drunk. Tom Brady did pick a good situation. Yes, he did. But he's one because one of the most slept on. I meant to get into this. I meant to ask this question. One of the most slept on people that don't get all they props is Mike Evans. What did they say? Mike Evans had 9,000 yard seasons so far. I mean, I don't know what else you want. How many quarterbacks has he been through? You talking about he played with the Jameis Winston, Tom Brady's. I mean, now he's playing with Baker Mayfield. I mean, how many quarterbacks has he had? And nobody talks about Mike Evans like that as one of the top wide receivers in the game. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, so I think like Mike Evans should be mentioned up there with he's still playing. Like you talk about your Antonio Browns, but Mike Evans is a dog. Keenan Allen. I don't even think he's better than Mike Evans, but that's a tough toss-up right there. That could be a love-hate date one of these days. Because yes. This is what people never. So this is why people didn't Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was not considered like one of the greatest wide receivers, but he's second in receiving yards. Under who? Jerry Rice. I mean, look how long he played. He just went and did his job and got off the field. He's a solid player. He's a solid player, and he's a vet. He can teach the young wide receivers. Yeah. You know what I mean? These guys, they show up, they do their job, and don't complain. They get paid. And they do their job well. No matter who's behind center, these guys is going to do what they have to do. And this is going back to my Giants. This is why I say coaching is the fucking problem. Because we just talk about people in and out of quarterbacks, offensive lines, running backs, all these bad situations that they've had to endure throughout their careers, and they still put up numbers. Look at the Colts right now. What the Colts been doing? They got Minshew back there right now? Winning games. They put Anthony Richardson, who nobody really thought was going to be a good quarterback, as an NFL quarterback. He's very athletic, but a good quarterback, nobody knew he was going to come in and do what he was doing. Like, but the Colts are winning games. The Colts are sticking in there. They fighting. The Giants ain't even fighting, which is sad. It's a sad day. It's definitely a sad day. A sad day in Giants Nation. And I don't know how to go on the rest of the season. This season is rest in peace, y'all. It's over. It is what the fuck it is. I'm cool to admit it. That other games, when my Giants is losing by 30, I will be watching something else. That's just that. You know what I mean? Like you look at like I said, look at Josh Dobbs. Decent secondary, great running back, QB a little shaky, but the difference, they hungry. This is what I mean. We not hungry no more for some reason. I don't know how these things. And you know what makes me mad? What really? Oh, yo, drunk. Listen, my young rookie cornerbacks are going to be good. They're going to be good along with Kayvon Thibodeaux and Azeez Ojulari. I don't know how long Dexter Lawrence. He's still young though, but he's going to want money. So we might have to trade him off for some other pieces and start moving things around. But my cornerbacks is going to be something different. Banks is going to be something different. And I forgot the other dude we picked up because I think he's hurt. But we're gonna listen. I'm gonna give them next year and in the third year. We're gonna have 2 lockdown corners. We have 2 lockdown corners. We're gonna have 2 great pass rushers coming off the edge. That's what's gonna be crazy. But I don't know if Wink Martindale's gonna be around. And I honestly think he brings too much pressure at the wrong time. Too much pressure at the wrong time. I understand, but you leave your young corners with veteran wide receivers. You're leaving them on an island with veteran wide receivers who know how to get open. These young rookies don't know. They're getting thrown into the fire. So they're going to go through their ups and downs with these wide receivers. Hold on. I can hear you now. Immediately, I can hear you.
Yeah. Freaking A. I had to turn the laptop all the way off. We restarted, I should say.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
Yeah, I was listening. I went through it all this morning, Doug. All this morning. That's why I came on late. Like, all this morning I was upset. But now my shit's sitting literally right next to me.
Huh?
I said I put my shit literally right here, nigga. Like,
yeah.
Right here.
I literally have to get shit going. I got
a question for y'all. I had a battle I wanted to do, and we're gonna keep it going from here on out, but I'm gonna do it in a different way. But I got 2 players, and I want y'all opinion. This is a battle. Now, this is a battle every week. I'm gonna come up with 2 people, and we're gonna figure it the fuck out who's gonna win this battle every week. Today, I don't have everything I wanted to have due to unforeseen circumstances, but that's crazy. That's crazy. He stinks. He stinks too.
That jump through it.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this battle matchup right here? Who do you take if you got to draft these players today, knowing their careers and everything? These 2 guys are on the board, 1 and 2. Who do you take? Randy Moss or Calvin Johnson / Megatron? Give me who you like in those players. Drunk, I definitely want to hear your opinion on that. Whoever knows, whoever's in here, Anthony, Sammy, you watching, anybody, I know you got practice. Megatron or Randy Moss? I would like to know. Me personally, I can't pick. I might be leaning towards Calvin Johnson. It ain't even close to you. I would like to know why it's not close to you. But
who is that?
Calvin Johnson / Megatron, obviously we know from the Lions, or Randy Moss?
I pick. That's a hard one for me. I don't know. I pick Randy Moss though, because Randy Moss is not a far. Anyone will be a good argument, but I pick, for me, it'd be Randy Moss because he consistently did it, just like Megatron, and both of them needed like 3. They high safety, 2 corners on them at all times. Megatron had great speed, but what you call Randy Moss had Olympic speed, I should say. Randy Moss was like from what I hear, 4.2, 4.3, 4.2. He was like a goddamn one of them things on Jurassic Park that be running. I forgot them things. They're like the baby Tyrannosaurus. He was one of them to me, and catching wise, I say Calvin Johnson. But
he did almost have a 2000. What do you have? 19. 1,900 yards.
Who was that?
What's the name? Calvin Johnson, 1,900 yards one season. I think it was around the 2012 season.
Right.
He almost caught 2,000.
Woodson had one of the best breakout seasons as a rookie all time. Randy Moss. He was getting touchdowns like he was playing against Pee Wee football players. I think we kind of forgot what Randy did. You know, Randy, but Randy, you know what I'm saying? Again, I picked just any of them, but just because of Randy, like unbelievable talent, you know, he looked like a basketball player playing football. And Megatron was just, he was out this world. Like he was from a different world, Jupiter somewhere. Because he's 6'4", 6'5".
They were both like an inch away. Like somebody was 6'4", somebody was 6'5". I'm not sure who was who was taller. Exactly. He was a machine, bro. Like that shit was different. Shit was different. Calvin Johnson will probably be my pick. Not by much. It's just because he was built different. Like he was kind of like a DK Metcalf, but just I don't know. Like if he would have kept playing, he would have went to a different team. Like if he was in this era and he was allowed to switch teams and say I don't want to be here and go play with Tom Brady, go play with whoever, like Donovan McNabb, maybe like Terrell Owens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go play with somebody. Go play with one of those quarterbacks. Could have went and played with a Michael Vick. You know what I mean? Like we would have seen like some crazy ass shits.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I think so too. If you would have played with these guys. Oh, he said Calvin 9 years, 7 down, 83. And let's look at check out the stats with Randy Moss stats.
Oh yeah,
his first
Randy Moss stats is crazy first, too.
Yeah, check out Randy Moss stats.
Randy Moss stats is crazy. I listen. I looked up those stats. That's why when I looked up the stats, it changed. It changed my mind on. It didn't change my mind, but it changed my mind. Like as far as like if you want to say career, you have to. If you're gonna compare careers, obviously Randy Moss played longer. Like there's one up there with a comparison with Calvin Johnson and Andre Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
But they give it to because Andre Johnson had a longer career and did it more consistently for a longer time. They give it to him. But I tend not to look at that. I hate looking at longevity sometimes because Calvin Johnson decided to quit. Barry Sanders decided to quit.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck, he was his ass kicked, but he decided to quit. There's talent that just decided to quit. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. So
let's put Terrell Owens in it. I wouldn't even like to be honest with you. Every time Terrell Owens was on the field for a good 6-7 years, and that's a lot. That's a lot of years for the dominate. And if you look at all his stats, he's I think number 2 in most of his stats as a receiver. Number 2, number 3, something like that. Yeah, he's like top 2, top 3 in touchdowns from a receiver. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, like we look at Terrell Owens. I think he was scary. That's so he can. And one thing about Terrell, he could do the whole route tree. He was strong. He was fast. You know what I'm saying? He can catch for the most part, but he gotta know how to catch for dominating for 7 years straight or more. Even his last year playing football, he went like 1,300 yards for like 11 touchdowns or something like that. His last year playing for what was it, Buffalo or Cincinnati? Yeah, top 3 wide receiver ever. Yeah, absolutely. You look at his stats.
I mean, that's true. And this is what we're talking about. Like, there's a lot of people, but like we said, I brought up Mike Evans earlier. Like, where do you place him at this point? With 9 seasons, let's say 9 seasons of 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does he get placed in this? You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there, the talent. That's why sometimes you have to look at talent more than you have to look at stats. Because, like we said, like when I first started this joint, and I had the question, do stats tell the whole story? No, they do not. They don't tell the whole story. Because there's injuries. Like, we never got to really see. We had a short display of Bo Jackson. We had a short display of Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Rice is one of the people who maximized his talent to the end. Terrell Owens kind of did the same thing, but he's still able to he still wants to play if he can at 50.
He still got something to prove, but that was crazy how he do it. Like, yeah, he has almost 16,000 yards for what Drunk put out there. And a lot of those catches, he dropped a lot of catches too. Terrell Owens, big game guy. But also, he should have been the MVP. Being as though they lost, he should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl, Philly against New England.
Mm-hmm.
Nick was, I think, supposedly he had a broke leg or something like that. I'm not for sure. I think.
Anybody on a broken foot. Yep.
A broken foot. Yeah. Played 16 years
on a broken foot. I'm like, come on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, once you get to the end, and you start playing with people like Chad Ochocinco, like Chad Johnson, I'm gonna just call him fuck that Ochocinco shit. Like Chad Johnson. Like, he's just running around the teams thinking he can still play, but he's off now. You know what I mean? Like, he's just trying to fit in somewhere because some people don't want to give it up. You know what I mean? Football ain't something that
fit in now.
Yeah, like LeBron could still play basketball for another 2 years. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like, the way the league is going, he could probably play for another 3 because you can't touch anybody, you can't scream at anybody, you're gonna get fucking ejected.
Yeah.
And all he got to do is pass the ball, shoot it. You know what I mean? There's nothing has to be real. He could play a point guard right now for another 2-3 years.
How you feel about
he could play the whole
how you feel about women referees in the NBA? That was a big topic on Twitter.
How I feel about women? I don't know about Twitter. I don't have none of that stuff no more.
Yeah, I got
that stuff no more. I think a referee is a referee. I think a referee is a referee.
Because a lot of stuff is going on. That's the reason why. Like, no matter how they talk about it on Twitter or whatever, it's still human beings watching the game, and a lot of experts watching the game. And it was a huge topic about that. You know, so yeah, that I wanted to talk about. It's so many women referees now. It's normal. Yep. We were saying how the game is like not the same. You know, and
I mean,
is that
due to the fact that there's a lot of women referees? They don't like the physicality. Is that what they're trying to say? Like, they dummying down the physicality and the emotions of the sport.
That was one of the reasons. One of the main reasons that they was talking about the physicality, not getting down court, fast enough and stuff like that, and how the NBA. Everybody know the NBA is woke as hell. That's what they were saying about that. Literally, the emotions of the game, stuff like that. They even got some men that's the male referees, they
All
even
right, so
soft as hell.
let's being that you want to bring that up, let's dig a little deeper into it. Let's dive just a little deeper into it, right? So, in order to hire these women referees, right? I mean, in order for them to be on the court, they have to be hired, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So you referee, right? In order to make it to that level of refereeing, to be on an NBA court or an NFL football field or a WNBA game, what is it? What? How many hours and stuff does it take, and what are the levels that you have to go through to get to that point?
From what I hear, first you got to be good at your craft. Even you go into the high school level, it's usually a long process.
This is what I'm saying.
It's usually a long process.
Mhm.
Like, even if you're talented on the high school level and the college level, I have a couple guys that I know on the board. They do Division 1, Division 2, 3.
That's funny. That's funny,
Some
Drum.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, social media. But yeah, some of them
Wait,
do
I'm going to make a bad call.
this Division 3. What happened? Yeah. So
I said that was funny.
I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like they might get promoted faster because, again, it's identity, identity politics and stuff like that. A lot of people will get promoted faster, even if they're halfway good. Let's say they'll be halfway good than a person in this society. Now it's like, okay, she or he is halfway good than this referee right here, but this referee is still better. But this will look good for our college games. This will look good for the NBA, stuff like that. And they're pretty good. So let's put them up higher than that particular ref, being as though the politics of our society, everything inclusive, meaning women, people of color and stuff like that. They will get that first option, being as though, let's just say it's a black or Hispanic guy that's way better than a woman. I mean, that's halfway better than a woman. She would get that lift. Let's say it's a white guy that's halfway better than that black and Hispanic referee. He will get that lift over that person because, again, it's the look of it, the identity of it, and that's what it is. A lot of these men, they come in there because it's somebody that they know, and then they're young and stuff like that. And then a lot of these women, you'd be like, "What the hell?" This is what they talk about. You'd be like, "What the hell she came from?" I know she was doing high school and a little bit of college, but that was about 2 years, and she got some critiques that she need to work on before she get to that level. But today it doesn't matter. We want her. Let's go. And that's what it is, in my opinion, or what I hear from other guys. That's actually way higher than I am on the totem pole when it comes to refereeing. Yeah, officiating camps, and they just let them in. They would just let them in. Yeah, a lot of them they just let them in because
to the camp, right? It's like training. So but going to the camp is like they do that for training, right? That's like any other camp, right? That's like saying you can't, like AAU. AAU is basically a traveling camp. Know what I mean?
Yep.
But people will recognize your talent, and then you could go off and get these deals, or these schools look at you and things of that nature. Right? So it's just a shorter road. Instead of being and going high school and blah blah blah. Like, y'all want to be a referee. So you could go to the camp instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like one of those them schools, them technical schools or whatever.
Yeah. But they do.
You know what I'm saying? That you could just go to, like, yo, They're like, yo, I went here for 6 months. Now I'm qualified.
Yeah, they got to do
What?
extensive work to get certificated. You actually don't have to have in the NBA. You really don't have to have a college background, like a college degree. You do have to work on the certifications, and it's what board that you on. It's a lot of different situations you have to be in, in clubs and stuff like that. But it's mainly you getting certified. You know what I'm saying? You get, that's what it is. Like they don't pick you. They look at these. They will go. They're not when you go into the AAU games. Nobody's like recruiting referees that I heard of, but it more than likely happened. But that I heard of, I never heard referees being recruited to get on the board. What have you?
Aren't the referees an extension of the league's policy? And the league
they have their own. It's their rules. The referee.
No. So they go through. So there's a committee. There's a committee, right? There's a rules committee. Then there's the NBA committee or the NFL players committee and shit like that, right? And they all come together and they figure out what rules they should have, right? They implement these rules into the book, right? And then the referees have to know these rules in order to follow them, in order to ref the game correctly, so to speak.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
from the high school
all they
level
are is just an extension. They're just an extension of somebody that needs to follow the rules to make sure the game is played the way they want it to be played.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
My question wouldn't be, are women ruining it? My question would be, are the people who are agreeing to these rules ruining it? Because Adam Silver and Roger Goodell got to agree to these rules. The NBA players have to agree to these rules, and this is why you have lockouts and shit like that. They have to agree to most of the shit that's put into these laws. And the referees are now here to abide by them, right? Not saying that they make the correct calls or they're not being petty. Not saying that sometimes they don't have a ulterior motive, but they're just the extension. They're there to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word, but enforce the rules that's been written. They're there to enforce the rules that's been written.
Right. But look at this. That's and I was in this society of the it's going to be a lot of men in the corporate setting is definitely letting things in just to keep a job. If you be the guy, I want to make this clear too. I'm just talking about, that was a big subject on Twitter. I don't see a difference from a woman or a man being on, especially if they earned it. If you earned it, yes. But a lot of people, even a whole lot of the men, they haven't earned where they at. When it comes to refereeing and stuff, it's who you know too. You know what I'm saying? But the corporate, the head, the CEOs and stuff like that, it's CEOs in this country today, motherfucker. These woke people, they got them by the balls, because you can't be that CEO or that manager or co-CEO, whatever, or even the Roger Goodell or Silver saying, "Oh, we don't want that. We don't want to implement that." No, that's not happening. We don't want to put this on our what you call that, on our fields or on our courts to be like, "Hey, that's we're down with this particular group." No, we want to be neutral. No, you got to go with that. So yes, it's absolutely their fault if they just let anything into their corporate settings. That's why a whole lot of people, ratings been down, unless it's a big game, no matter if it's basketball or football, because again, like the regular people, we look at this shit like, what the hell? Again, I just want to watch the game. What's going on? What is all this stuff? So they're picking a side. CEOs, that's the biggest problem with America. And it's a lot of these men that's actually real, like, the bosses, they got people, these people got them by the balls now. they got to, what's the word I'm looking for? Drunk. Tell me what I forgot. What's the word I'm looking for? They got to bow down, without a doubt. So yeah, it's absolutely their fault. Definitely their fault.
Well, I just know that I hate the way the game is called on the two sports that I watch the most, obviously basketball and football. I hate the way the game has changed, what it's turned into. I hate that. Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like these people nowadays, and let's say these new people, they think that this game is that they're better. And in certain aspects, yes, you are, because you got the blueprint from the old school in order to perfect your game to how you play it. And they're not perfect, but however you want to play your game. You already have the blueprint, and now there's so much more technology out there. There's so much more. They let them get away with so much more. So much more. Like the travels, the carrying. Like we weren't really. I used to get murdered. And you know this, Kazim. I used to get murdered for carrying. They used to hate it, like, you always carry. You always carry. You don't carry. You ain't got no handle. You carry. Yo, I would fucking be in the NBA coming off somebody's bench today if I was born. I had every shooting and carrying the basketball. Like, I'm good.
and at least 6'2", 6'3". And at least you gotta have the 6'2", 6'3" as well. Maybe 6'4", 6'5" now.
I mean, it could, but guess what? I would still be good because I could come off the bench. I'm okay to come in and hit Trey. Yeah. I'm Trey Young right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true. Yeah. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I can even be a dummy down version of Trey Young. Like, I might not even be that good. You know what I'm saying? But I would have had the tools. I would have been able to. I would have known what to do. I didn't know what to do back in the day because we just went outside and played. And due to the fact of me moving around at the wrong time, I was never able to really get my feet wet where I needed to get it wet at to be able to succeed how I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Same
in the sport, and I wasn't able to get into a high school with a coach that'd be like, yo, he got enough here. Let me coach him this way. Like, I've never been coached. You know what I mean? Like, not like that. So, like 8th grade basketball, that don't really count. You know what I mean? Because after that, I didn't play basketball till community college.
Yep.
And then I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So now I'm like, so then I end up quitting that shit. Like, because I just got frustrated because I'm like, I'm better than them. But I wasn't, because I didn't know how to play basketball. I didn't know how to come off a pick and roll correctly. I didn't know how to get to this spot to get this ball to him for it to come back around to me.
Right.
I didn't understand. I was like, you know me, give me the ball, nigga, move. I got him.
Yeah.
I'm shooting, you know what I mean? So I didn't understand that stuff. So that's the things that separate sometimes talent from the fundamentals. Like, I just didn't have the fundamentals. But today, that's all I said. Fundamentals is out the window.
What's his name said that? Oh, what's his name? Cameron was talking about that. He said that shit. He was like, I didn't learn how to play basketball until I quit. He said that. He said, I didn't learn how to play basketball until I quit. Because I used to just take things in my own hands on the court, whatever. I guess he played 1 year of college basketball. And he said the same exact thing you said. And again, you do like when you're that talented and then you think, especially when you're super young, you believe that you're better than everybody, but that's not. All of us went through that, especially if you wasn't coached like you wanted to. Like even me, I went to 3 different middle schools and I went to 2 different high schools. So I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you haven't had that coach to teach you fundamentals for at least a good 2 years, just to get you going. I definitely understand that. And when we grew up, I believe they were real coaches. You know, a lot of these coaches today, they just coaching talent and they don't know even how to coach talent. But it's no excuses today. Okay, let's say here, I had a cousin that was really good in football. I looked at everything he was doing, and what made me better than him, because I seen everything he did and I did it better. I did everything better, practicing, learning, how to run, how to hold the football, little stuff like that. So that's why I say to these kids, you have no excuses. First of all, you got the right technology. And then second of all, you got all these different avenues to see how even your uncle, your cousin, see how they played to get yourself better. And even coaching, you see how somebody coach. You can you go right on YouTube and then see a whole bunch of different things. You go to these games, you go on your little smartphone, you do whatever. And a lot of people get lazy. We wasn't lazy like that. But all of us, especially if we was athletic.
That's not even lazy.
We didn't listen.
That's not even lazy.
Yeah.
We went outside.
Absolutely.
We went outside, my G. You see, and sorry for the kids that go outside, but most of you kids who go outside in concrete blacktop basketball, y'all suck. Especially in this area that I see, y'all suck. Because you want to know what it is though. Nowadays, they start these fathers that never made it. These moms who want to be rich, they got their kids and making sure they AU and training. Who's doing push-ups at 6? Fuck you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then, why? Like, you're not even letting your kid pick his own path. Like, you forcing your child to be something he's not. And that's how you got all these athletes, but you still got in the pick of the litter. The pick of the litter. Yep. They all on the same playing field. That's why you'll never have another Jordan. You'll never have another Kobe. You'll never have somebody, because these guys are all on the same playing field. Because they're all trained the same, fucking robots. They all play with each other, coming up, doing the same shit under the same coaches in the same AAU leagues. All of this shit, the same traveling squads. Even if you're not better than them, even if you're not the starter, you on the bench with them.
Right.
So it's harder for the talent nowadays, like, because everybody's kind of on an even playing field.
Yep.
Like, you really have to separate yourself in a different way. And that's what I mean, the fundamentals. And know up here is where the game is won.
Right.
It's one up here. It's one in your head, your intelligence of the game. Because I can go out there with my fucked up shit right now and destroy half of these people and don't move 3 feet.
I remember playing old school, playing with the old school guys when we was young, 17, 18, 19, 21, whatever, 23, early 20s. And it'd be guys that, especially when we got like in our 20s, and then he won't be an athlete at all, but he know where to go, how to go with it, and always know how to shoot the lights out. I always had trouble with old school guys. But the difference between me as being an old school guy now, and the kid that will play me that's in his 20s, he won't want to learn from what I can do or for what you can do. He gonna see it. I'm talking about a guy, and I ain't gonna even talk about guys that at 16, 17. We're gonna talk about the guys that's in their 20s. He's not gonna learn from us. He's gonna be like, F them, you know what I'm saying? Being as though he's getting his ass cooked. Being as though he's getting ass, he's not gonna learn. Man, every time I played with a dude that was like 10, 15, 20 years older than me, and he's busting my ass, I swear to God, the next time I go ball, I'm going to use some of what he did to me against somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned from that ass whooping. And that's what it's the difference.
Everybody's game I played with. Like, if I could take something from your game, not play with you, and I see you do something, and I'm like, yo, I like that shit. I won't tell you I like it, but I'll go try to learn it or do something. I'll be like, yo, that was cool. Like I don't give a fuck if it's a little defensive trick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, you just stop me doing that shit? Nah, I gotta figure this shit out. Like, how? You know what I mean? Like, I take my whole game as I'm a fucking melting pot of fucking people.
So you glitching a little bit.
Heard something.
So
no, I heard something weird.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, you gotta look around. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna put a little business out there. New London High School basketball team, they went far in the playoffs last year. They almost went to the title game last year, but they got their ass whooped by Bloomfield. And that whole team is young. They were sophomores and juniors. They had a coach that been coaching with them. You know Kareem Brown. You know Kareem Brown, the coach?
I think so, yeah.
Do you know? He's the brother of Homeboy.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kareem Brown been the assistant coach for New London for like 7-8 years. But he's been with Coach Parker. Coach Parker was doing his coaching, but it was mainly Kareem Brown, his Coach Parker latter years. And you know a lot of people hate on Coach Parker out here, especially a lot of men our age. They hate on this man. I never understand that because he's a living legend, no matter how you put it, no matter how you say the man's a living legend. And I'm not even from New London, and I know his credentials. No matter what you say, he's a living legend. They got more respect for Cochran than they got for Coach Parker. But that's another subject. It's weird. Being as though Parker gave New London 4 titles? I think 4 to 5 titles and 8 titles all together.
I have no idea, son.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Right. So Kareem was going to be coming back, supposedly, but Parker was going to retire, whatever. He did. And Kareem was going to come back, and he thought he was going to get the head coaching job. He didn't get it. New London be effing up their whole situation from a team that almost went to the chip with a bunch of sophomores and juniors. You know, and they come in with a freshman team that was going to be good. But now a couple of those players are now Kareem is back in at Fitch. He's going to coach at Fitch. Kareem is back at Fitch now. And now he took like the top freshman player last year with him. And he's going to take the top, what will be the top freshman player this year with him to Fitch. So with that being said, is that if you have somebody that's great with the kids, you have somebody that's not just great with the kids, but have success with these kids, and you let them go, this is why towns like New London is failing because of stuff like that. And you know, and these kids go, they ain't gonna go and try to, you know, do something in London, being as though, you know, and you know the guy that's the head coach now. You know the guy that's the head coach. He's from New London. So, but I don't really want to say his name because I don't know him. Everybody that I say their name today, I know them. We have several conversations, so I can say their name. This other guy, I really don't know him, so I'm not going to say his name. But he's the new head coach for New London.
Okay.
But anyway, now everybody leaving, going with Kareem or going somewhere else. And for what I've been hearing, that team hasn't been looking good in the summer or fall, because you know they got summer fall ECC league for the kids, the high school level kids. They got basketball all year round now. You know what I mean? All year round. So yeah, it's been going on for, I don't know, about 5 or so years now. But yeah, I'm just saying, like with towns like this and with people who, you know, who they want is who they like, and that's another bad sign when it comes to pertaining to kids understanding you need to get better. You, no matter what success you've been in, that focus you need to be better. But when you got adults that's like somewhat like the kids, it's like, how you going to get it through this kid's head that you're not doing the right thing when you got home the other adults tell them, no, you know, F that. You don't need that. You good. I see it. You good. You don't really have to work on your game. Just the coach better get better. Like little stuff like that. The kids is not the only ones that the new kids, whatever, how you want to say it, the young adults, whatever, the new news, you know, it's not just them. It's people around, like you were saying, like the fathers, they think they was super good when they was growing up. The mothers trying to get attention and stuff like that. You know, they're not looking at the fact that the kids need help, especially towns like this. You might have success beating other towns in this area, but do you have success statewide? That's the thing. And most of you don't have success. But that's why I just wanted to put that on display, where a lot of these kids need to get better, but nobody's telling them. Everybody getting tickled on the chin instead of a rude awakening, you know. So now New London, that was actually going. They had real close to go to the championship last year. Now everybody went opposite ways, except for a couple of kids. You know what I'm saying? And that nucleus
transfer
that
portal.
they had.
It's a transfer portal.
Yeah.
A high school transfer portal.
Yeah, and even in the lower levels, that nucleus that they had now is gone because of mostly the adults around them. You know, so yeah, man, like everybody could, you know, we could look at it from, you know, outside or inside, but real talk, these kids get their you know, not hard work from a lot of the adults that are around them. A whole lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
Well, I had a question that really bothers me, and obviously is one of these fuck ass players that I can't stand. But it's true what he said, but it's also true for another great player. But this guy to me is not great, but the other guy is great. You know, it's going Dame Lillard and James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
They both have new teams this year. They are struggling. To me, I thought Dame's transaction would be a little bit more smoother, being that him and Giannis aren't playing in the same space.
Right.
You could kind of pick and roll the shit out of them motherfuckers. And with, you know, who you gonna defend, Dame, or you gonna defend Giannis? Like James Harden going to the Clippers with those four guys, I don't think the chemistry will ever be there because the way they go in and out of the lineup. He's saying he needs 10 games at least to get it together. But I don't think he needs any games. Because I just don't think they're going to be good. But my question is, how long do you need for you to get acclimated with the squad throughout a season? How many games, how long do you really need to get acclimated with your squad before you guys start gelling? Because if we look at our New York Giants, they haven't gelled in, I don't know, fucking 10 years. But
you said 10 years? Yeah.
So what would
you sick with it? I feel like I guess with the basketball players, the NBA, maybe after the All-Star weekend, maybe after that, because I don't think they practice like they used to, just like the NFL. That's why when you be seeing a lot of the NFL scoring and how the offense are, you could tell nobody's really getting to those practices. And they was talking about that a lot too, based on the practice schedules that they have. And I'm pretty sure that's in the NBA as well. But then the load management that they have, a lot of cases, it might take them until after the All-Star weekend. With Dame, I've been hearing little stuff, but I don't really understand it. Like what? I thought he was hurt. Like what happened? They're not.
He is now. He is now.
Yeah.
He has a
right.
I think he has a foot calf strain, something like that. Something minor.
And I would think homeboy, big man, he'd be happy for him. Dame Lillard would score 40 points and he have his little 10 points, but 22 rebounds and maybe 7 assists. I think he'd be happy with that and like 3-2.
Well, he did give it. He did. Yeah, I mean, he's never gonna have 10 points, but he would give it. He gave the reins to Dame Lillard. He's like, this is his team.
Dame Lillard.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to take time, definitely with them. Yeah, I think with them is definitely going to take some time. With I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time. I should not say some time, in my opinion, a little bit of time with Dame Lillard and homeboy. But with the Clippers, man, that shit might take until like March.
But how much time is enough time, though?
It should be like by Christmas, but being as though they just got in, no, this should be by Christmas because these guys been playing in the league since for over 10 years, 15 years for most of them. So, I think about 15 or close to 15 years. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Christmas, because I know it's a bunch of them. What do you call that? Harden, Russell, and all them. They've been scoring points highly for all they, whatever team that they have for years and years. So it's going to take some time to have all 4 guards practically. That I think all of them demand. The ball. Even Russell, but he became a facilitator. So, I believe he still want to score 20, 30 points, what have you. But I just don't believe he can do it like he used to on a consistent basis.
Who's going to score 20, 30 points?
I say consistent basis. Russell
Westbrook?
Yeah.
I think he's more like 12 or 15 right now. Like, due to the fact that you have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and now you have James Harden, he's going to be more of a facilitator, the energy guy, get to the basket, but he's going to dish and open up the outside shooting for these guys and more open lobs and dunks for Zubac, all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he led with the what you call that? He led with the assists last year, right? For a good
I
amount of
think it was
years. I mean, good amount of months.
yeah, I think James
Huh?
Harden was the one who led in
It was James Harden.
assist
It
though.
was James Harden. But Kawhi Leonard was he been assisting, even triple double guy, what have you. But this, like I said, he ain't worried about scoring 20, 30. I should have said he's not worried about scoring 20, 30 points like them. But definitely, to be honest with you, in my opinion, it's going to take them a while until I'm going to say after the it should be by Christmas again because they're veterans, but maybe after the All-Star weekend, and that's freaking February. So by March, hopefully it be clicking. They're gonna have to. They can't get rid of nobody. They might could get rid of Westbrook because I think he gonna be making like $2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get rid of Westbrook because he only making $2 million. I believe he's making really. It's no more than 20, no more than 3 million.
But he probably signed with that, but because of his other contract. But his other contract is still valid, so
right. He's probably getting paid by
anything after that.
He's probably getting paid by the other team because that could still happen. They do that a lot in the NBA. Let's look at the Knicks. They've been doing that shit for 30 years. For real. So yeah. So they really can't get rid of nobody. So they say it again. So
but some good games on. What do you think about these games? Because we're about to get out. I'm really, really interested in watching these games that are going to be on today. I'm not interested in 425. Which is the Dallas versus
Don't even
Giants.
say the game.
But
you said it.
I really want to watch this Houston and Cincinnati game. The Cleveland and Baltimore game should be popping. San Francisco and the Jags. Hopefully. Those 3 games right there, they all on at 1 o'clock too, yo. So it's gonna be I'm gonna figure out which one I want to watch the most. I'll probably watch one on my phone. I'll probably watch the other on TV. I'll probably have the other TV with the other one on.
Yep.
Just
There's
checking
a lot of 1 o'clock games. Detroit and Chargers playing at 1.
4:05.
Detroit.
That's the 4 o'clock game.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it did say that. That Cincinnati Houston game is probably going to surprise a lot of people because Cincinnati got a lot of guys that's injured right now. I think
T. Higgins and fucking Jamar Chase.
Yep. So that's going to be Houston been doing their thing. I got homeboy starting on my fantasy league today. That Baltimore.
That dude has 102.9 rating, son. He has 102.9. CJ Stroud.
Yeah. I'm hoping he does some good things.
One interception as a rookie so far this season.
That get on my fucking nerves. Fucking one interception.
Are you kidding me? 14 touchdowns.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? Fucking horrible, man.
Nico Collins is inactive, which is bad. And T. Higgins is inactive. And Pierce is inactive. And Hubbard's inactive. So it's going to be, Jamar Chase obviously is the difference maker in this game.
Right.
But we're going to see who's what because he's a difference maker. Ain't nobody fucking with that man. Not today. Not on the Texans. But we're gonna see who CJ Stroud really is against Joe Burrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because to me, I'm watching both of these quarterbacks today. The squad matchup I'm interested in is the Jags and the 49ers. Because the 49ers been on a slump lately. The Jags have been playing really good football. They 6-2. The 49ers is 5-3. Brock Purdy against Trevor Lawrence. We gonna see what's what. You want to see what's what? ETN and Christian McCaffrey, Ridley, Ayuk. I think Debo's coming back. Let me see. Let me check on the injuries. Yep, I think Debo Samuel is back. I think Trent Williams, I think his name is, or Williamson, something like that. One of their linebackers. I'm not linebackers. Offensive lineman is back for the 49ers.
Right.
So that's going to be a really good game. See if the 49ers get back on track or the Jaguars keep doing what they're doing. And then Cleveland, we got to see that defense against Lamar Jackson. Cleveland, surprisingly, 5-3.
Yeah, because of that defense. Not because of that goddamn Deshaun Watson. Not because of him. Hopefully he shows up today. It's been that defense, and actually that quarterback that quarterback that's under him, he's pretty good. The quarterback.
Nick
I think his
Chubb
last name Thompson.
Nick Chubb is inactive today.
Nick Chubb is going to be inactive for a very long time.
Oh, he got ACL. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's done. ACL and MCL.
Yeah, he broke his freaking leg
done.
Against Pittsburgh, like week 3, I believe.
Yeah, he's done. That's why Jay Ford, that Ford dude, been under there. Him and the Kareem Hunt. My fault. I'm bugging. I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
Ford and Kareem Hunt are leading the charge. I totally forgot about the Nick Chubb injury.
So I'm gonna tell you my takes. I'm actually gonna be betting
get out of here and go watch these games, huh?
I'm gonna be betting today too. Yeah, I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna do the betting.
What time?
I'll probably wait until
I'm gonna get with you about that too. Never mind.
Yeah,
I meant to get with you about that. We'll talk about that again.
For sure. Oh, you saw my. What you about to say?
Huh?
Oh, I'm about to say you saw my Florida State. You saw my Florida State yesterday.
You see my Michigan?
You saw the Seminoles yesterday? I don't give a damn about.
We'll see you guys at number 4.
And I forgot to talk about your coach. I forgot to talk about your crying ass.
Don't worry about my coach. We already talked about it. You was in the grocery store. We talked about it already.
God damn, man. I wanna y'all some lucky. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video about that shit today. I'm gonna do a video about that goddamn coach.
Yo, son.
It's embarrassing. And they keep on showing them. They love it when a black man is crying like that. They love it. They showing it over and over in ESPN, Fox Sports, all over the Twitter or fucking X. But yeah, man, about to get it popping.
Oh, dirty. All right, no doubt, man. Till next week or whenever. Hopefully I can show up on time.
Yeah, for real. Hey, that's
all right, bro.
Technology.
I'll get at you next week, my guy.
All right, no doubt. I'll talk to you. Peace.
Yeah, definitely. All right, for sure.